The next day. next morning. A few moments later. Many hours later.
3, 5, 6.2, 9 millimeters diameter.